Hello there, Leo. Welcome to Diamond Dragon Lady. My name is Ariel, and this is your February 2024 Tarot Overview. We're going to be looking at a full reading for you today with oracle cards, a full tarot spread with clarifiers, and I am also an astrologer, so we will be adding pertinent astrological information throughout the video as well. There will also be a link at the end of this video if you're interested in having a more complete overview of the month's astrology. So if you're interested in getting even deeper into that, do click the link at the end of this session. So Leo, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with your oracle, and this is going to be a main theme keyword for your energy of February 2024. Ooh, all right, Leo, we have individuality coming out as your key energy of February. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this Earth school. So this is a beautiful message, beautiful energy. My feeling is not only is it very important for you to truly be yourself, let your true self shine, don't be afraid to be different. And it also reminds you, don't ever compare yourself to where someone else is, especially if you go, oh gosh, they've gotten so much further than me, and maybe they're even younger than me, and you might be feeling like, oh, they're doing better. But this is really reminding you, everybody has their own timing. Everybody has their own special blueprint for navigating this journey on Earth. So don't ever unfavorably compare yourself to anybody else. They might be doing the same thing looking at you for all you know. So let's next get into a numerology card. Dear Spirit, let's see what Leo's special number is for February. Oh, and we have change number 5, and you are the 5th sign of the zodiac. Oh my goodness, Leo. So to me, that's a very powerful sign that this is a strong month for you. We are in Aquarius season, and that is the direct opposite energy from Leo, right? In astrology, that it sits on the opposite end of you. And so there are some big things happening with Aquarius energy. The big thing especially is that, Pluto just went into Aquarius last month on January 20th. And so that is very, very strong. This is a huge move because it's a 15-year cycle coming to an end. And what that does is it starts to leave the 6th house universally for Leo, which is the Virgo house. Over the last 15 years, you might have gone through a lot of ups and downs of, especially around healing, habits, routines, health, medicine. Maybe you've gone through a lot of medical things for some of my Leos. Maybe you've really had to make a lot of changes around your habits or daily patterns. But now as Pluto leaves that house, that's going to start changing. And the area of transformation that you're most going to feel this in is going to be in your relationship house, because it's going to start transiting that 7th house of Libra for the universal. That also does apply if you have a Leo rising sign, right? But for all Leos universally, it will be felt. And so I would say that you're getting ready for some massive changes when it comes to your personal relationships. If you've been single a long time, that could be a thing that starts to change. If you've been trying to get out of a relationship that you aren't happy in for a long time, that could be a big change. Overall, I feel like these changes will be positive, but as always with anything astrological, we are not totally ruled by it, right? It just gives us the energy to work with, so it's largely what we make of it. If you make that transition really hard, and you really focus on the difficult parts of it, it will feel harder. If you focus on what you're going to be gaining from it, growing from it, it will be lighter. So Leo, a lot of change is certainly in the air for you, but having your number 5 come out there, your individuality, your life path is very much yours. I feel like you are in a good position to start navigating it. Let's get some crystals and gemstones and see which ones you should be working with for February. And look Look at that. We have the iolite. And as you can see, the artwork, has an eye on it. And this is a third eye chakra stone. It's very, very good for cleansing, clearing, and focusing the mind. It also does bring you closer to your spirit family here. And I feel like family is not always biological. It's often your chosen family. But I feel like this is really helping you to see through to who's truly on your side, who truly considers you to be, a connection, a friend, a family member, all coming together very, very nicely. On the bottom, we have the Saracite, and this is an energy of travel. It corresponds to the root and crown, so the very lower chakra that grounds us and stabilizes us, and then the very top chakra that helps us to connect with spirit. So Leo, I feel like you are doing maybe some spiritual travel, even more than like physical travel, because this to me feels like gaining a lot of messages or energy or intuition from spirit and bringing it down to earth where you can manifest it. Very, very beautiful energy. Let's next get into a spirit guardian or guide. Please show us which one of you wants to help Leo for February 2024. Ooh, and we have Serapis Bay, Ascension. Like I said, I feel like you are ascending, Leo. I feel like you're going up to some spiritual level and bringing it down to earth. Move into your true self, rise above the darkness. The light is here. So absolutely beautiful. Look at that. This is in your true self, your individuality, changing into who you truly are meant to be. The other thing that I would say about that Pluto Aquarius energy moving into your universal relationship house is that in your relationships, you're going to be showing your true individual nature more than ever. If you've been in relationships in the past that just didn't work out and, maybe you were holding some parts of yourself back, you're saying, no more. I am always going to show my true self. I'm going to be who I'm truly meant to be. And if people don't like it, oh, well, it's their loss, right? Beautiful kind of energy. And so, the other things that are really activating that same house, that seventh house for you this month, the new moon will be in Aquarius on the 9th. Mercury is moving through Aquarius starting on Sunday 4th. Monday the 12th, we have Mars starting its journey through Aquarius, and Friday 16th, we also have Venus starting its movement through Aquarius. So there is just a lot being activated in your house of love, partnership, relationship, marriage. All of that is being very, very highlighted. So this could be also just a wonderful time to get out and about to meet new people. If you're already coupled, this is a great time to go out together. But truly let your light shine, Leo. You are meant to be in the spotlight, and it's the true parts of yourself that really make you shine. So let's get into your tarot. We've got a really fun little deck that I just got as a gift. It's called the Tarot of Curious Creatures, and I really thought this was a fun one, especially for Aquarius season, because Aquarius is all about uniqueness, being a little different, being a little weird. I'm an Aquarius rising, so I absolutely love that energy. That's very offbeat, unconventional, very authentic, and I feel like that's really what you're embracing more right now here, Leo. So Spirit, let's see what we've got for Leo in the tarot. Let's get a nice, big, clear picture of what their February is looking like and what is unfolding for them, please. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles right in the center. So when I see that, the first thing that comes to my mind is really embracing your self-worth and really knowing that you're on the right path, Leo. That's what I feel so strongly, is that you're really on the right path for yourself. So let's go ahead and dig in, and I will be clarifying each of these cards. So here we've got the Ace of Pentacles right in the center. This is a gift from Spirit. This is something we just talked about, bringing the, inspiration and creativity and messages from Spirit down to earth so that you can manifest them. And that's what I feel very much with this card. Aces are always the hand of spirit coming in and bringing you some kind of gift. And with the Ace of Pentacles being an earth energy, it's very manifest. It's real world, tangible, take it to the bank kind of stuff. Sometimes this can mean more money. It can be, a raise, a promotion, some kind of increase in wage. But also many times it can just simply be a strong reminder that Spirit's saying you are absolutely on the right path to getting what you want. Don't stop. We're helping you out. So that's a very, very nice start to your center of your reading here. It's very much your focus. And look at that. Oh my goodness. 10 of Pentacles on top. This cannot be nicer. So this is really like you are focused on truly manifesting everything that makes you happy, everything that keeps you grounded, stable, just the whole thing. The 10 is the ultimate, goal. That's the achievement, right? And so when you get there, it's like, yep, something has completed. Something has come full circle. So the big changes, like I said, I feel like these are good changes that are happening in your life, Leo. And you're very focused. Eyes are very much on the prize. Like you're like, I'm not accepting anything less than what I want. And if I can't have that, I will find other ways to be happy. But you are definitely focused on it. In the immediate past, I do feel like you've done a lot of soul searching, a journey of, the heart, of the spirit. This to me is maybe spending a lot more time alone recently, or just really needing your space to do your healing and inner work. The Hermit always carries the star in the lantern. And it's Virgo energy, right? So you may have also been really focused on recalibrating your personal habits, your routines, taking better care of your overall health, whatever that is, whether it's mental health, physical health, emotional health. I feel like all those things, tie together in ourselves. It's like when one is doing well, the other one's probably going to start doing better too. Let's get a clarifier on the Hermit, please. Yeah, and the moon. Whoo, yeah. Oh, Leo, I feel like you really almost, you kind of went into your little lion cave here, just healing and doing your own inner work. The moon is Pisces energy, and this is Virgo. And to me, Pisces and Virgo are the two most sensitive signs of the zodiac. Absolutely. Physically sensitive, emotionally, spiritually sensitive, right? Very intuitive, both of them. And so I do feel like you really went through, maybe over the last month, it depends on who you are because this is a general reading, but yeah, in the past, you've gone through some times where you really spent time on yourself, really, healing and working on you. And I think you were also just very sensitive. So you were probably avoiding people who were harsh or not very kind. You might have even let them go, right? It's could have been just a real change of relationship. And that's what I would say too, right? You might have already been feeling the vibrations of this Pluto in Aquarius. And many times, right? Because Pluto deals with, those cycles of death and rebirth and transformation and regeneration. Some things do symbolically die under those, influences. And so you may have really let some old negative relationships go. You may be in that process of letting old habits go or old ideas around relationships go. Very interesting. Going into the immediate future, we have the Tower card, which is Mars energy. It's very electric. It's very, quick action. I always say, the Tower is going to show you that things are speeding up. Things are moving ahead because it is Mars. And, the Tower can indicate sometimes surprising events, right? This is why a lot of people don't really like the Tower because, sometimes those shocking events can happen that just trigger, very strong changes. My feeling is that most of us know where those towers are coming, and you can actually intervene to make them a little less surprising. Like if you really know that there's something that you need to release, something that you need to change, a better foundation that needs to be laid, it's good to go ahead and start doing that because then the energy won't be as potentially harsh, right? It won't be as what's the word? Just shocking, I guess, really, because it's just, Spirit will intervene if we are not taking care of the things we need to be taken care of. And that's when you have the Tower moment. Let's get a clarifier on that. And yes, look at that. I do feel like this has to do with second chances. Again, resurrections. This is Pluto energy. You know, this is the higher vibration of the Death card to me. This is all about going through those big transformations. You may be getting some second, third, fourth chances at something that you've really wanted, and it may be very surprising. Like, the Tower isn't always a negative surprise, right? Sometimes it's a wonderful surprise, and you're like, yes. To me, that's like feeling like you're being reborn, like you're being renewed. That's why, you know, I kind of love the Judgment card. It's intense, no doubt, but it is absolutely just revitalizing. It just restores you from the inside out. On the bottom, subconscious energy is the devil, our little business goat here. So I think you are very focused on work because that's, you know, such Capricorn energy. I don't want you to be so focused on work that you feel like you're trapped in it, though. That's the big thing about, you know, the devil energy. It's really about like being so stuck to a routine that it's no longer joyful. That's always, you know, the risk of the devil. So you don't want to let anything, you know, get to that point. I feel like you're a very hard worker. You're very dedicated and determined on whatever it is you're doing, but I don't want you to get in a situation where you're just wearing yourself out or burning the candle at both ends to your detriment. Ooh, and the star. So I love this. And let me tell you why. Because we still have a little bit of Capricorn energy as we begin February. We have Mars and Venus still both in Capricorn. And we just, you know, wrapped Capricorn season in January. So here's the Capricorn energy and here's the Aquarius energy, because that's the two signs that these cards represent. So I feel like you're very tapped into the change of that energy from Capricorn to Aquarius, which is very much what we're doing. Like, your subconscious is very much in tune with the natural cycles of the astrology right now. So I think that's very interesting. The other thing that this tells me is that you could be really changing the more, traditional, stable, hardworking, serious nature of the Capricorn, and maybe embracing a little bit more of the star, right? Because the star is Aquarius. The star is that individuality, being your authentic self, really embracing who you are. You may be battling that out just a little bit within, because to me, the Capricorn energy is more about traditional roles in society and what society deems acceptable, right? That's why many times Capricorns can seem very rigid and very kind of stodgy and old-fashioned about the way they do things, right? Because it's like, well, this is the way it's just done, and that's what's proper, da, da, da. But Aquarius doesn't care about that. Aquarius energy says, no, everyone should do what feels right to them. Everyone should be their individual self. There shouldn't be a rigid format that everyone just has to conform to. So you may be kind of saying, well, you know, you could make that deal, right? Where you could have a little of both. I personally like that energy. I am born on the Capricorn Aquarius cusp. I'm January 19. So, you know, I have a little bit of both in my personality. And I will say that that is something that I do frequently, is blend, you know, hard work, having a good work ethic, being solid about the things I do, but then I blend it with having the individuality and the freedom and the, you know, personal truthfulness of Aquarius. So you may be very well doing that this month, Leo, and I like it. I think it's a really nice thing where you're having that stability. Look at that, Ace of Pentacles, 10 Pentacles. That's, you really are focused on that. And the Capricorn energy is very focused on that, but you're also bringing in individuality of yourself, your authentic being, and realizing that, you know, just because you're not walking in lockstep with everyone else doesn't mean that you're not a success. Doesn't mean that your, you know, journey and your self-expression is not just as valid. So I love that. Be yourself, do your thing, stay stable and grounded, but don't let it get you so heavy that you feel like it's not joyful anymore. Really great. On the top, crowning the spread, message from Spirit is the Magician card. To me, this is Gemini, Virgo energy. It is a Mercury ruled card. It's all about the mind and the way the mind works and functions. And so it really tells me that Spirit's saying whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. And I love our little polar bear guy in this card, because to me, that's like pointing to your North Star. Your true direction, yet again, back to your authentic self. This is you creating pure magic and alchemy out of your own gifts, your talents, and unique abilities. All right, and Ten of Swords, yes, because like I said, tens are completions, and I really feel like Spirit is kind of saying some of the hardest stuff is behind you. You know, the betrayals, the feelings of loss, the feelings of not being treated well. I do feel like you're changing your mind quite a bit on some of the things that you have been through, Leo. It's almost like, yeah, you know, I've been through some really painful times. I've really been hurt. I've had some, you know, big letdowns in the past. But now, you know, my mind is changing. The freedom's coming. I know that I can have a new life. I know that I can have a new experience, and I'm going to go out and create that. So beautiful. I feel like you're really transforming here. Let's get into some extra advice for you. Ooh, these just want to flip and flip, Leo. There's a lot of energy around you. I just feel that. All right, so here comes the Ten of Swords again. Yeah, you all have definitely been through some challenges. You've definitely been through some things. Oh, and here's our star again. So, wow. I mean, when you really look at the cards that are repeating, which I love to do, that's why I love using 2 decks in a tarot reading, you know, always pay extra attention to those. 2 Ten of Swords tells me you've definitely been through some stuff, and you may still be healing from it. You know, this is the suggested approach, which is really telling you, Leo, yeah, you've been through some very challenging times. I feel like, you know, levels of anxiety or worry or doubt or lack of self-confidence, people letting you down, all that kind of stuff has been very high. But the good thing is the Ten of Swords is the completion, right? It's the cycle coming full circle. It really indicates that the end of that has arrived. So it's kind of like if you've been through a lot of that sort of thing, this is really saying, Spirit's letting you know, this is the end of that cycle. Suggested approach, you need to start remembering, this is the end of that cycle. That really painful experience is come to a completion, and it's taught you really well. You've learned so much through it about yourself, about red flags, about what to watch for when perceiving potential trouble in the future. And look at that Ace of Cups. See, I feel like there's so much healing and there's so much blessing coming in around this, because the beautiful cards that sit right next to the Ten of Swords, we got the Magician and the Ace of Cups. So Spirit is really, you know, bringing in a lot of blessings, a lot of healing. This could be love improving. This could be, you know, spiritual path really enlivening, and just you feeling so much better, right? Just feeling so much better within your heart. What you need to know is the Four of Cups. So you might just be like, you know, fed up with some things, right? You've been focusing on something or someone going right for so long, and maybe it just hasn't come to fruition. Meanwhile, Spirit is tapping you and going, hey, 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 Leo, I got something better for you. Like, you've been focusing on these half-empty cups, but I got a whole full cup here with a pair of really nice sunglasses on top of it. So it's time to focus on the things that are for you, that are going in your favor, the people that love you back, the reciprocal energy, right? Instead of the people that never call, the things that never connect. Don't worry about those. Put those to the side. Don't focus on them, because if you stop focusing on what's not working, the things that are working are going to come into clear vision. And we have the Page of Cups. Yes! And part of what's coming your way could very well be messages of love or connection or flirty fun. Let's go out, Leo, because to me it's like, look at that. We got that cup coming in. We got this cup coming in. Very sweet, loving, romantic, apologetic. There could even be someone saying, I'm so sorry I haven't connected with you. I really haven't meant to be away, but now here I am, and they show up full force, right? And they really make good on it. But I wouldn't focus overly much on anything that just isn't working out or hasn't been. Hopes and fears is the High Priestess. I feel like you've gotten really, really good at taking care of yourself here in this immediate past. We got the Moon, we got the Hermit, more lunar energy with the High Priestess, right? She's very introverted, she's very mysterious, right? So I feel like, your hope is that you can take this spiritual and intuitive awareness that you've been gaining and really apply it to the real world. I really feel that's it. And you're just a little nervous, which if you've been hurt a lot, that's perfectly normal. That's perfectly, understandable. We're all kind of like, oh gosh, I got hurt before. Will my intuition serve me well now that I've learned more? And the truth is it probably will, right? It usually does. But just listen to yourself. Listen to yourself, Leo. Don't give into fear too deeply, right? That's always the balance with that position. And we have the Hermit. Yeah, like I said, look at this Hermit. She's coming out twice in this reading. So yes, you've gotten so good at taking good care of yourself and listening to your own needs. And you might be a little nervous to let, other people back into your life or to bring new people into your life because you're like, I'm good doing my own thing, My advice is if they're not making your life better than it already was, Leo, don't bother with them. That's what I say. Outcome card, look at it. Cannot get any more beautiful. We've got our star coming out yet again. So I do feel that you are really, truly shining your light. You're coming through the dark night of the soul into the light, hope, faith, joy, returning. Always love to see the star. To me, it's the second most, positive card in the tarot, just like the sun. It's so beautiful, and the star, the sun is a star, right? So it's kind of like a real strong connection there. And you are ruled by a star too, Leo. That's why you glow so much. So let's get a clarifier on the star. But to me, that just feels like whatever you've been working through, you're really headed on a good path. You've really learned to heal yourself. You've done a lot of inner work here. I can see it. There's a lot of painful old cycles coming full circle that are not to be repeated. So I just feel like overall, this is a very positive month, and you are super focused on having just a good, stable, healthy life. It's beautiful. Yeah, and there we go. 9 of Swords. I do feel that there is just this little bit of, natural doubt. Off and on, you may struggle with this because whenever we've been through a lot, when we start to get the good stuff, and there's a lot of good stuff in this reading, we still go, oh my gosh, but can I trust it? Oh my gosh, is this for real? So be patient with yourselves as you navigate this each day. I think that, there's going to be days that are easier. There's going to be times that are a little bit like, oh, can I really do this? Is this really all meant for me? And the answer is yes, it is, Leo. You can trust it. This is a beautiful reading. On the bottom of the decks, we have the Death card and the 6 of Swords. So absolutely, here we go. Big changes, big transformations. 6 of Swords, leaving the old drama, leaving the old troubled waters, going in search of a place that is so much more peaceful, still, and relaxed. Great, great read. Let's get an affirmation on this for you. Ooh, doesn't get any nicer. Okay, so Leo, the god of wealth, metal element, Kai-Shen. The money god is knocking at your door. Open it and welcome him in. This is not only a sign of monetary gain and financial success, it also portends good fortune in all things, health, relationship, career, and family. To me, this card is so much like this Ten of Pentacles in the center. It is a real portent that, things are moving in a better direction, very positively. So absolutely work with Kaishen. This is also another really great spiritual guide that can help you out. But I do feel it's very possible that this will be a prosperous month for you, Leo. And it's going to be even better if you just embrace who you truly are, shine your beautiful individual light, and have an amazing month. I thank you so much, as always, for taking your time to be with me and hear your reading. And as you on your way out, please do hit that like button and be sure to share this with anyone that you may think may enjoy it. Have a wonderful month, and I'll talk to you soon.